Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma barik ala Muhammad kama barakta ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Okay, dear friends, it's Khalil Bhatti, your instructor of principles of management. And today we are going to start our new topic, which is chapter number 10, most probably from your book. And the topic of today is very interesting and very important, and it's about organization culture. So, in today's lecture, the first lecture, what I will try to give you an overview about organization culture, and along with it I try to tell you that what we people are supposed to do, what are our basic objectives, and which is the target of this discussion, that at the end of this presentation we people will be able to understand and we people will be able to answer that what our cultures mean, and especially what organization cultures mean, and what are the elements of organizational cultures, what is the importance of organization cultures and subcultures. We people will be able to describe the anti-crafts, you may say, the basics or the areas which makes the culture. We people will be able to discuss that how these cultures strengthen, make the company powerful. We people will be able to identify the strategies to change or strengthen the organization culture. So this is the requirement of this topic, or requirement of this chapter, and I will try my level best that you people will be able to understand it, and for this I need your cooperation as well. And how you people can cooperate with me is like this, that you listen the lecture very carefully, and the detail of this chapter is also given in your textbook which is assigned to you. You have it with you, so read from book as well. Number one is listening it carefully. Number two, that reading it from book as well. And number three, that in our Google meeting, the third thing which is I'm looking from your side, that please do put questions and the problems you face while understanding anything about these topics. So let's start with the topic, organization culture. What is it? What is the organizational culture's functions and dysfunctions? How do companies learn about the culture of the organization? So let's talk about the organization culture. Ab culture is a common word with you must know something about it. सिंपली अगर एक सवाल आप लोगों से पूछूं कि कल्चर, तो आप नॉर्मली सिंपल सा एक आंसर कर सकते हैं कि कल्चर मीन living styles, the norms, the values, the beliefs of people. Every individuals have their own cultures, dear friends. Family has their cultures. Societies have their cultures. Nations have their cultures. Different religions have different cultures. Musliman हैं तो they have their own norms, their values, their beliefs, their stories. Hindus has their own beliefs, their norms, their values, their system. Jews have their own. So different religions have different cultures. मज़ीद इसको थोड़ा सा इस पे बात करते हैं. पाकिस्तान है तो पाकिस्तान में different communities are living in different parts of Pakistan. पंजाबीज हैं, सिंधी हैं, बलोची हैं, पठान हैं. So all these communities have their own norms and values which may differ from others. So like Punjabis and Pathans have different living styles, different norms, values. So nation हो, रिलीजन हो, जोग्राफिकल चेंजेस की वजह से जो कल्चर्स हैं वो डेवलप्ड होते हैं. तो ये एक जर्नल डिस्कशन हो गई कल्चर के ऊपर. सो व्हेन आई टॉक अबाउट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कल्चर और अ कंपनीज कल्चर, सो इट मीन द सेम formula can be implemented on it as well, that the norms, values, beliefs, stories of styles, language used in the particular organization. What is it? It's organization culture. A very renowned name in the history, Mr. Henry Mentzberg, he says on culture, he says that culture is the soul of organization. रूह है किसी भी बिजनेस की, किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की. And the beliefs and values and how they are manifested. Mentzberg says, I think the structure of an organization is like a skeleton and the flesh and the blood, whereas the culture is the soul that holds the things together and gives the life to the forces, according to Mentzberg. बड़ी खूबसूरत तरीके से उसने इसको एक्सप्लेन किया. ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल स्ट्रक्चर पे पिछले लेक्चर्स में हम बात कर चुके. अकॉर्डिंग टू हिम कि जो बॉडी है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल स्ट्रक्चर है, स्केलेटन है, फ्लैश है, ब्लड है, हड्डियां हैं, गोश्त है, जो फिजिकल अपीयरेंस आपकी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की है, दैट इज ऑर्गेनाइजेशनल स्ट्रक्चर. और उस स्ट्रक्चर को रन करने के लिए जो सोल रिक्वायर्ड है वो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कल्चर है. सो कल्चर एंड सोल इज, एज यू नो दैट सोल इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट देन फ्लैश, ब्लड एंड स्केलेटन्स. If you take the soul out of a body, then everything, skeleton, flesh, blood, it's go waste. उसकी कोई वक़्त नहीं रह जाती अगर रूह को निकाल लिया जाए किसी जिस्म से. So same case in dear friends, organizations, that culture play a very important role for the success of organization. And as Mr. Mentzberg says, it's like soul of organization. So soul जितनी pure, जितनी powerful, जितनी systemized होगी, structure उसके according उतना बेहतरीन perform करेगा. No doubt, structure play a very important role. But if we talk about the comparison between two, which is more important, then I will definitely go with Mentzberg, that soul is more important than the body or the structure. Structure can perform well in only that condition when soul is energetic, and if the soul is energetic, the body will perform very good functions. Otherwise, if the soul is bad or weak, the body will perform bad things, ineffective things. So hopefully this definition is clear with all of you. So let's proceed it further. Organizational culture. The pattern of shared values, beliefs, and assumptions considered to the appropriate the way to think are within the organization. So the elements who are making the culture, friends, are number one, shared values, which culture helps members where problems lie and how to respond those problems. Culture is taught to newcomers. So this is the responsibility of old ones, that the people who are joining your company as newcomers, they will teach or they will taught, they will educate the new incoming, people who are joining you about the culture of your organization in a very attractive manner. Another thing is culture strongly influence the behavior. Do you agree with this? कि culture behavior को influence करता है? मैं agree करता हूँ. Culture definitely very strongly influence the behaviors of individuals, and if the behavior of individual is positive towards the organization, towards the working, towards the norms and values, then the probability will be high of making good work. So next slide पे चलता हूँ जी. Layers of culture पे बात करता हूँ. दो आपको यहां पे एरियाज नजर आ रहे हैं, सरफेस ऊपर वाली साइड और डीप साइड. सो किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के कल्चर का जो अपर फेज है, वो सामने नजर आने वाली चीज जो है, आर्टिफैक्ट्स जिनको बोलते हैं ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कल्चर, उसमें आर्टिफैक्ट्स ऑफ कल्चर में आती हैं चीजें मटीरियल सिंबल्स, language, rituals, stories. I will explain all these points in detail in upcoming slides. Material status, your symbols, language, rituals, and stories. And when we go deep in organization culture, so what other areas or what other things which are developing culture is beliefs of the people, beliefs of the individuals who are working within the organization, values, and finally the assumptions. So upper side of organization culture, which says about the artifacts, and the deeper side of organization culture, which talks about beliefs, values, and assumptions, and we will discuss all these in detail in upcoming slides. So as I told you, levels of culture में artifacts. So what artifacts is the aspect of an organization's culture that you see, hear, and feel. So this is how you can explain this word artifacts. अब artifacts हैं क्या क्या? Beliefs, values, assumptions, जिस तरह मैंने last slide में बताया आपको. What is artifacts? The parts of a culture, the separates of organizational cultures, that you can see, you can hear, and you can feel. So, what beliefs are? You must know something about beliefs. If I ask you a simple question that can you define beliefs, you definitely answer about it. So let's see from book point of view. It says the understanding of how objects and ideas relate to each other is belief. As in Muslim culture, it's our belief कि मरने के बाद बरज़ख की ज़िंदगी है. It's our belief. We understand it and we believe on this. Whereas the same concept is not found like Hindus. वो बरज़ख को नहीं मानते, वो बाद की ज़िंदगी को मानते. सो बिलीव्स के बाद जी है वैल्यूज़. वैल्यूज़ क्या हैं जी? द स्टेबल long lasting beliefs about what is important and what is more important, what is less important, what is not important. So values simply can be defined in words: a stable long lasting beliefs of people about what is important. And third part of artifacts are assumptions, which taken for the granted notions of how something should be in an organization. So these are some different levels of organizations, some different things, organizations. So beliefs, values, and assumptions, artifacts, they are the parts or levels of organization. Let's move on. Next is innovation. So I think this is enough for today. I wish that you people listen till here very carefully, and after listening this lecture about organizational culture, this first phase, this first part of lecture in fact talks about the basic understanding of organization cultures and the things used in organization culture. So listen it carefully, read it from your book, and the advice is again same at the end of lecture that you people must attend tomorrow's Google meeting. And if you have any problem in this concept, please write it down in form of questions and in ambiguous areas, and talk to me, discuss it with me in tomorrow's Google meeting, which makes things more clear. Thank you very much for today, dear friends, and I wish you best of luck, good night, and have a very good future. Inshallah, I will see you in tomorrow's class in Google meeting, right time, and I'm expecting that you people will be over there for discussions on organization culture. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Good night.